Since the most awaited Season 3 of Alice in Borderland is soon going to release, here is a quick recap of Alice in Borderland Season 2. Season 2 begins with chaos. Arisu, Usagi, Kuina, and Shishya are suddenly attacked by the King of Spades. He isn't hosting a game like the others. He's roaming the city like a soldier carrying guns and grenades, killing anyone in sight. The streets turn into a war zone and the group is forced to scatter. They barely escape with their lives, but it's clear the face card games are going to be much deadlier. Once they catch their breath, Arisu, Usagi and Kuina decide they can't keep running. If they want to survive, they have to face the games heads on. The first real fight is against the King of Clubs, Kuma. His game is called Osmosis, where two teams fight to collect the most points by touching sensors on each other's bodies. At first, Arisu's team struggles, but Tata sacrifices himself to help Arisu's team turn the tide, and in the final moments, Arisu risks everything with a desperate move that gives them victory. Kuma accepts his loss with a smile and even shakes Arisu's hands before being killed. It's one of those rare times a game master showed respect instead of cruelty. While that happens, Shishya is on his own. He enters the Jack of Hearts game, which takes place inside a prison. Each player has a card symbol, heart, shape, diamond or club tapped to the back of their head. They can't see their own, so they must rely on others to tell them the truth. If they guess wrong, their collars explode. Amidst all the lies and chaos, Shishya survives by reading people and outsmarting the liars. In the end, only 3 survivors remain. Meanwhile, after surviving the first game, Arisu and Usagi enters another game since there's no time to rest. They enter King of Spades checkmate game. It's a setup like a giant real-world chess match where there are 2 sides. Each side has a single king who can never switch teams, while every other player can be tagged and converted to the other side. The teams alternate turns for 16 rounds, and the team with the most people at the end wins. The losers all die. The Queen of Spades picks a small boy as the challenger team's king and openly offers players the promise that if they join her team, they can stay in Borderland forever, safe from the King of Spades outside. That promise causes many players to go to the Queen's team. But Arisu and Usagi remain by the young boy's side. Usagi convinces everyone by her powerful words, and when the final turn ends, it's the challengers who stand victorious and the Queen of Spades vanishes, defeated. After surviving Jack of Hearts, Shishya faces another challenge, the King of Diamonds. This is a pure logic game called Balance Scale, where players must choose numbers carefully, and if their score reaches -10, they face instant death. The King of Diamonds is a genius, a man who sees himself as above everyone else. Shishya wins by a little margin, proving that cleverness can beat arrogance. Meanwhile, Usagi and Arisu face their own struggles outside the games. Arisu is weighed down by guilt over his friends who died earlier. He questions why he deserves to live when so many others don't. Usagi reminds him that survival matters, that living on is a way to honor the people they have lost. Slowly, this pulls Arisu out of despair and the two grow closer, finding strength in each other. Finally, the last game arrives, the Queen of Hearts, hosted by Mira. Unlike the other face cards, her game is deceptively simple, a match of croquet. There's no physical risk, no tricks, just 3 sets of croquet. But Mira reveals that the real game is psychological. She begins to manipulate Arisu, telling him that none of this is real. The Borderland is all a hallucination while he lies in a hospital bed. She convinces him that his mind created everything as an escape. For a moment, Arisu almost believes her. He nearly gives up. But Usagi cuts through Mira's lies by reaching out to him, reminding him of the bond they share and why he must keep fighting. Together, they finish the game and defeat Mira, though the emotional toll is heavy. With all the face cards cleared, the surviving players are finally given the truth. The Borderland isn't just another dimension, it's a space between life and death. Everyone who came here had been on the edge of dying in the real world, caught between survival and the afterlife. The face card citizens were former players who chose to remain behind. Now the survivors are offered the same choice: stay in the borderland or return to life. Arisu, Usagi, Kuina, Shisha, and others choose to return. In an instant, they wake up in a Tokyo hospital. A meteoroid had struck the city, causing devastation. Each of them had nearly died but managed to survive. None of them remembered the borderland, but when Arisu and Usagi cross paths in the hospital garden, they feel an unexplainable connection, as if something ties them together. The season ends quietly, but with a chilling image: a table of playing cards scattered by the wind, leaving only one card behind: the Joker. A warning that maybe, just maybe, the games aren't over yet. Season 3 releases on 25th September on Netflix. See you then. Well, that's all for this recap. See you in the next.